We often regard spirituality as a path to enlightenment and peace, imagining it to be a journey of constant joy and harmony. However, the reality for highly spiritual individuals is often far more complex and challenging. There are harsh truths that come with deep spiritual awareness, and grappling with these truths is an essential part of the spiritual journey. Let's explore these 14 harsh truths, understanding that they are not obstacles, but profound lessons that shape our growth. One of the first harsh truths is the loneliness that often accompanies deep spiritual awareness. As we grow spiritually, our perceptions and values may diverge from those of our friends and family. This can create a sense of isolation, as the people around us may not understand or relate to our experiences. You might find yourself yearning for deeper connections and conversations, only to be met with blank stares or polite disinterest. This loneliness is not a sign of failure, but a testament to your evolving consciousness. It invites us to seek out like-minded individuals and communities where our spiritual growth is nourished and supported. Another challenging reality is the discomfort of confronting our own shadows. Spiritual growth often involves delving into the darker aspects of our psyche, our fears, insecurities, and past traumas. This process, known as shadow work, can be painful and unsettling. It requires honesty and courage to face parts of ourselves that we might prefer to ignore. But it is through this confrontation that true healing and transformation occur. By embracing our shadows, we integrate them into our whole being, finding greater balance and inner peace. A third harsh truth is the realization that spiritual growth does not exempt us from suffering. We may have the misconception that enlightenment brings an end to pain and struggle. However, spirituality does not eliminate life's challenges. It changes our relationship with them. We still experience loss, disappointment, and hardship, but we learn to approach these experiences with greater equanimity and wisdom. Spirituality teaches us to see suffering as a part of the human experience, an opportunity for growth, and a chance to deepen our compassion for ourselves and others. The fourth truth deals with the impermanence of all things. As we deepen our spiritual practice, we become acutely aware of the transient nature of life. Everything we love and cherish is subject to change and loss. This realization can be both liberating and terrifying. It urges us to appreciate the present moment fully, knowing that it is fleeting. It also challenges us to detach from our attachments and to find a deeper, more abiding source of peace within ourselves. Reflect on these truths and how they resonate with your own spiritual journey. Have you experienced loneliness, confronted your shadows, or grappled with suffering and impermanence? These reflections can offer profound insights and prepare you for the next part of our exploration. Embracing the ebb and flow. The paradoxes of the spiritual journey. As we continue, let's delve into the fifth harsh truth, the unpredictability of spiritual awakening. Spiritual experiences and insights often come unexpectedly and cannot be forced or controlled. This unpredictability can be frustrating, especially for those of us who seek certainty and control. We may experience periods of intense clarity and connection followed by times of confusion and disconnection. This ebb and flow is a natural part of the spiritual journey. It teaches us patience and the importance of surrendering to the process rather than trying to dictate it. The sixth truth is the challenge of integrating spiritual insights into everyday life. It's one thing to have profound spiritual experiences in meditation or retreat. It's another to bring that awareness into our daily interactions and responsibilities. Highly spiritual people often struggle with bridging this gap. We may feel disillusioned when our mundane lives don't seem to reflect the depth of our spiritual insights. This challenge invites us to find ways to infuse our everyday activities with mindfulness and presence, making our entire life an expression of our spiritual practice. The seventh harsh truth is that spiritual growth can sometimes lead to a sense of disorientation and loss of identity. As we shed old beliefs and patterns, we may feel like we are losing parts of ourselves. This can be unsettling and lead to a period of spiritual crisis, where we question who we are and what we truly value. This crisis is a natural part of the transformational process. It offers an opportunity to rebuild our identity on a more authentic and solid foundation, aligned with our true self. The eighth truth is the potential for spiritual bypassing. This occurs when we use spiritual practices or beliefs to avoid facing unresolved emotional issues or personal challenges. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that spirituality will solve all our problems without doing the necessary inner work. True spirituality requires us to engage fully with our human experience, including our pain and imperfections. It calls for a balance between transcendence and groundedness, ensuring that we do not use spirituality as an escape from reality. Consider how these truths manifest in your own life. Have you experienced the unpredictability of spiritual awakening, struggled with integrating insights, faced a loss of identity, or encountered spiritual bypassing? The paradoxes of the illuminated path, navigating the challenges of spiritual maturity. Moving forward, we encounter the ninth harsh truth, the weight of responsibility that comes with greater awareness. As our spiritual consciousness expands, we become more aware of the interconnectedness of all life and the impact of our actions. This awareness brings a sense of responsibility to live in alignment with our values and to contribute positively to the world. It can be overwhelming to feel the weight of this responsibility, especially when faced with the magnitude of global issues such as environmental degradation, social injustice, and suffering. Yet, this sense of responsibility is not a burden, but a call to act with integrity and compassion in our daily lives. The 10th truth is the realization that inner peace and outer peace are deeply interconnected. Many highly spiritual people initially seek inner peace through meditation, prayer, or contemplation. However, as we grow, we realize that true peace cannot exist in isolation from the world around us. Our inner tranquility is affected by the suffering and injustices in the world, prompting us to extend our spiritual practice beyond personal development to include social and environmental activism. This realization challenges us to find ways to contribute to the well-being of others and the planet, integrating our spiritual values into practical action. The 11th harsh truth involves dealing with the judgment and misunderstanding from others. As we walk the spiritual path, we may adopt beliefs and practices that differ significantly from mainstream culture. This can lead to judgment, ridicule, or misunderstanding from those who do not share our views. It can be painful to feel rejected or misunderstood by friends, family, or society. This experience teaches us resilience and the importance of staying true to our path despite external pressures. It also invites us to practice compassion and understanding towards those who may not understand our journey. The 12th truth is the necessity of continuous learning and growth. Spirituality is not a destination but a lifelong journey. There is no final point of arrival where we have all the answers or have achieved perfect enlightenment. Highly spiritual people often struggle with the expectation that they should have it all figured out. The truth is, we are always evolving, always learning. This requires humility and the willingness to remain open to new insights and experiences. It also means embracing our mistakes and imperfections as part of our growth process. Reflect on these insights and how they apply to your spiritual journey. Have you felt the weight of responsibility, the connection between inner and outer peace, faced judgment from others, or struggled with the expectation of continuous growth. The paradox of enlightenment, navigating the final frontiers of spiritual maturity. In the final part of our exploration, we confront the 13th harsh truth, the acceptance of paradox and uncertainty. Spiritual growth often brings us face to face with paradoxes that defy logical understanding. We learn that opposites can coexist, such as joy and sorrow, strength and vulnerability, or individuality and unity. This acceptance of paradox requires us to let go of rigid, black and white thinking and embrace the complexity of life. It also involves making peace with uncertainty. Highly spiritual people often struggle with the desire for clear answers and definitive truths. Yet true wisdom lies in recognizing that some mysteries cannot be fully understood or explained. The 14th and final harsh truth is the inevitability of death and the impermanence of the self. As we deepen our spiritual practice, we become more aware of our mortality and the transient nature of our existence. This awareness can evoke fear and resistance, but it also provides a profound opportunity for growth. Facing our mortality encourages us to live more fully, to prioritize what truly matters, and to let go of trivial concerns. It also invites us to explore the deeper questions of existence, such as the nature of the self and the possibility of life beyond death. These 14 truths are not barriers to our spiritual growth, but essential lessons that shape our journey. They challenge us to expand our awareness, deepen our compassion, and live with greater authenticity and integrity. By embracing these truths, we transform our struggles into opportunities for profound growth and enlightenment. As you reflect on these final truths, consider how they resonate with your own experiences. How do you navigate the paradoxes of life? How do you confront the reality of death and impermanence? These reflections can offer profound insights and help you integrate these truths into your spiritual practice. In conclusion, the path of highly spiritual individuals is fraught with challenges and harsh truths, but these obstacles are also the catalysts for our deepest growth. By embracing loneliness, confronting our shadows, accepting suffering, and recognizing impermanence, we develop resilience and profound wisdom. The unpredictability of awakening, the challenge of integration, the loss of identity, and the danger of spiritual bypassing teach us patience, authenticity, and balance. The weight of responsibility, the interconnection of inner and outer peace, the judgment from others, and the necessity of continuous growth foster compassion, integrity, and humility. Finally, the acceptance of paradox and the reality of death guide us toward a deeper, more meaningful existence. May these insights support and inspire you on your spiritual journey, helping you to navigate the challenges with grace and wisdom. Remember, the greatest growth often comes from our most difficult experiences. By facing these harsh truths head-on, we transform ourselves and our understanding of the world around us. As you continue on your path, remember to cultivate a sense of compassion, not only for others, but also for yourself. Spiritual growth is not about achieving perfection, but about embracing our humanity in all its complexity. Allow yourself the grace to make mistakes, to feel lost, and to seek help when needed. Recognize that every step, whether it feels like progress or not, is an integral part of your spiritual evolution. One practical piece of advice is to establish a regular practice of self-reflection. This could be through journaling, meditation, or simply taking quiet moments to tune into your inner self. Reflect on your experiences, your reactions, and the lessons you are learning. This practice helps you to stay grounded and aware, fostering continuous growth and deeper understanding. Another key aspect is to seek community. While the spiritual path can be lonely, It does not have to be walked alone. Find or create a community of like-minded individuals who support and understand your journey. These connections provide not only companionship, but also a source of wisdom and encouragement. Share your experiences, learn from others, and celebrate each other's growth. It's also important to balance your spiritual practices with practical actions. Integrate your spiritual insights into your everyday life. Let your values guide your decisions, your interactions, and your contributions to the world. This alignment creates a harmonious flow between your inner and outer worlds, making your life a true reflection of your spiritual journey. Lastly, embrace the moments of uncertainty and paradox. They are not signs of failure, but invitations to deepen your understanding and expand your consciousness. Life is inherently uncertain and full of paradoxes, and learning to navigate these with grace is a significant part of spiritual maturity. Trust in the process and in your ability to grow through every experience. As you face these 14 harsh truths, know that you are not alone. Every highly spiritual person encounters these challenges, and it is through them that we find our greatest strength and wisdom. Embrace the journey with an open heart and a courageous spirit, knowing that each step brings you closer to the profound peace and understanding that lies at the heart of true spirituality. May your path be illuminated with insights, and may you find the strength to embrace all aspects of your journey. The challenges you face are not roadblocks, but stepping stones towards a deeper, more fulfilling spiritual existence. Let these truths be your guide and your inspiration as you continue to grow and evolve on your spiritual path.